Hey, how's it going, YouTubers? I'm back again. I haven't made a video in a little while. How fantastic is it if you're a Habs fan that you knock off Pittsburgh Penguins in the round robin? And I'm aware that that was last week, but I've just been kind of busy and I haven't had time to upload as much as I wanted to. But if you're a Penguins fan, that's got to be deflating because at the moment before, it was March 11th, March 12th, when the whole COVID thing struck, the Penguins were for sure a locked in team to make the playoffs, guaranteed at least that third spot right behind Philly. And Montreal was 10 points behind, I believe, the Leafs and the Blue Jackets and Carolina, respectively, in the wild card positions. And they weren't playing that great of hockey in the regular season. So the fact that this whole COVID thing happened and then Bettman allowed 8 other teams to enter the playoff bracket, which Montreal was the 12th team in the East, is fantastic. It's pulled off unbelievable dividends. Make it into the playoffs, lose a heartbreaking game 1 to Philly, bounce back, and have a 5-0 shutout in Game 2 to even the series. Now it's a best of 5. And I just think there's just something about this team that the core of this group, it just will not go away. I don't think this is going to be a 5-game series. If it is, hopefully the Habs can win the next 3. That'd be fantastic. But I think this is going to go with 6 or 7 games, honestly. But there's just something about when something happens, and it's sad when something tragic happens in order for to strike a match in your team, like just to settle them to let go. Because throughout the whole round robin and throughout the first game, our power play has been absolutely terrible. Haven't scored any goals. Then we get 2 in Game 2 against Philly, in a game that we dominated from puck drop to the end. And if we can keep up with that same mentality for Games 3 and 4 respectively, then we can possibly take a chokehold on this series if we can keep that same mentality. Now the question I'm curious about is, if you do succeed in defeating the Flyers, and pending who you would play next, whether it's Tampa or Washington, who was down 0-2 in their series, or Boston, who don't have Rask anymore, but Halak has has shown signs of being a very solid backup, if not a 1B type of goalie. But the question I'm curious about is, if you do succeed in this round, do you bring Julien back? And my thoughts and prayers are with Claude and his family. That's terrible. I couldn't imagine being like that. I'd get over anxious and I'd think, oh gosh, the worst is happening. So I'm glad that he is resting and recovering. But with his health, would you really risk bringing him back to bring him into another tense situation? Because at that point you would be one of 8 teams competing for the Stanley Cup if you make it to the semifinals. So would you bring him back with his obviously experience and knowledge, or would you just trust Captain Kirk to just ride the wave and then just tell Julian just to stay home and rest up for next year if there is a next season in 2021? 2021. I should probably get a computer so I can edit these videos. Maybe one day. But that's the question I'm curious about. If anyone happens to watch this and you have an answer, feel free to comment down in the section below. If you guys have taken the time out of this, I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. And we'll see what happens in the future. Hopefully we can win Games 3. Go Habs, go.